of enlightenment is almost here. Wanna go?
I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the lone shadow. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness.
It feels like the stars are on our side.
I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the lone shadow. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. I'll show you the sci-fi archery. In Harmonia, my arrow flies towards hope. am the moonlight that breaks through the darkness. This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring.
To Mobile Legends!
May the moon forever shine upon us. Yeah. Trespassers will not be tolerated.
Wiped out.
The way of the hunted, moderate, respectful, and sincere.
You have slain an enemy!
Bow
Wiped
before
out.
the glory of the moon goddess.
Wiped out.
The way of the arrow, swift, silent, and precise.
Mega kill! Wiped out.
Into the moonlight.
Unstoppable!
Perish in the sacred moonlight. The moon impartially sheds her grace on every corner of the forest.
Kill! Wiped out.
The way of the bow, flexible, reserved, and understated. May the moon forever shine upon us.
Godlike!
May the moon
Wiped
have
out.
mercy on you.
Victory!
My blood boils until the day I die. 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 The wrath of the mountains descends upon you! Either smashing heads or smashing backboard. My blood boils until the day I die. My blood boils until the day I die. My blood boils until the day I die. My blood boils until the day I die.
Kill all at once!
To be able to see everyone smile, I'll give it my all.
Selena, they were just saying, we don't care, man. We're going to be able to execute this.
Yeah.
You need a lot of bravado to make this work, and they were so confident with it.
I love it, man. And Team Falcons PH dunking on Team Falcons meta just to continue with it. I also got to ask you guys got a basketball go? Because I already know my answer. No, you're not going there?
It's MJ.
MJ.
It's MJ.
Mine's his protege, Kobe.
Oh, Kobe.
Kobe, man. Come on, I'm a Kobe guy.
I feel you.
You got an answer?
I don't.
You're staying out of it?
Too much heat. Too much heat
You
every
can't-
time
you
we get
can't-
into a talking ball,
No.
man. It's not good.
You
It's
gotta
not
have a
good.
favorite. Hey, I'm from LA, born and raised, so I can have a Laker as
Yeah,
my number
yeah,
one, right?
understand.
You
That's
understand what I mean? I love talking a little bit of ball. Also talking about the back and forth between these teams too. One of the interesting things that I think about the squad of Team Falcons Meta and Team Falcons PH is how they're utilizing their drafts and trying to catch each other off guard, and how people are responding to that, because you're already at the second or third layer of the response. And I want to point out the fact that the Beleric was banned early and the Harara was prioritized for the first pick, and it didn't actually get ahead of the Nolan, which was taken later on, which means you set up for a draft to get an advantage and you didn't get that advantage. And so now do you go back and you ban the Selena, or you take something else away like the jungle situation so that you force even a Nolan to potentially get picked up by you and then no other jungle options? Or if they take the Nolan, you have something else to respond to win another lane?
I'll drop my opinion on this real quick. I think it's okay for Falcons Meta to just prioritize bans on the Selena. We saw Onyx do it earlier against SRG.
We did.
Absolutely, but that comes with a couple of conditions here, right? Because last time it was like, oh, I had to be the one to ban out the Beleric, and the opposing side needed to get rid of the Atlas on their end, so they're just gonna have to roll the dice a bit. But if, let's say, right, in a perfect world, they swap sides. I think red side comes in with a much bigger advantage, especially when we're talking about red 4 and the final couple of bans at the end of the day. But the hard decisions really come down to, hey, if we do decide to get rid of Atlas on our side, we still must always get rid of Marcel, always get rid of the Freya, and that doesn't really change.
Yeah, on Falcon PH, when they were on the red side earlier, it was Marcel, Freya, Atlas, as you mentioned. For Falcon's Mena, they banned out the Fanny, Ling, and Belleric. Not terrible bans, but maybe we're slowly starting to see a little shift away from rushing the Hirara right out of the gate. Because with heroes such as Selena, I'm not saying pick the Selena over the Hirara.
Yeah.
But now there are answers, risky answers, not absolute answers. Maybe?
I think, because every time we see
There it is.
Yeah. Every single time, right? It's about building the system around the Hirara. Do you have a strong enough mid trio to enable this first blood? Or do you at least have a sandbag to kind of control that side of the wave?
Well, I like the adjustment because we mentioned going deeper into the assassin ban and not prioritizing the Hirara. They take out the Selena as well, which we mentioned. Ling and Fanny gone, which forces you to go deeper into that pool if you want to grab it. The Hirara taken on the other side, but the Uranus taken on the side of Falcon's Mena. They liked how it worked. The Belleric's still available, which is a dangerous composition. And the Claude, that's an early prio. Gideon, you're
I'm
questioning
surprised.
that?
I'm very surprised because now they can pick up Belleric on their side and even look to actually secure their mid lane down. But maybe this could be like an attack, right? This is a hidden attack. I'm saying if we finish our first 3, we get to the second phase, we're looking at your gold laner if you don't pick it up in the first 3.
But isn't Belleric Eudoric too good here to pass up? Or would you?
That is the trap that a lot of...
Oh, never mind.
Why are we shifting it now?
Yeah, why?
This is like 3rd level. These teams have done it before each other, feels like.
I don't see their jungle just yet. They might keep the option open
I think they need to.
put the Sakai into the jungle or roam, and then you pick up the Eudora here, as mentioned by Rain. Then,
Whoa.
they're going...
Hey, this is some beef. Some
I
beef.
like what I'm seeing. Just because I don't see the Eudora. For that sole purpose. Is it questionable? Absolutely.
Man.
Because I wish they held on to the flex option instead of showing it right away.
I agree, but at the same time, I think they also recognize that, you know what? There's a pretty good chance that Bulletproof Marco is going to do Bulletproof Marco things and try and dominate that side of the lane. So at least let's affect it by forcing him to take a Purify. That's number 1. The second thing is, I don't know how they're going to play that early game now, because now that Akai has kind of revealed themselves alongside the Chou, the early game isn't exactly leaning towards Falcon's PH on this Hirara, right? Because I would imagine that with Hirara, you want to set up for that level 2, but
Yes.
there's just too much stats.
Okay.
Wow.
They go ahead and pick up the Esmeralda. There's one pick right now that Falcon's Mena needs to ban, and that's the Valentina. If the Valentina gets through, this is going to be really tough for Falcon's Mena. Yes, Falcon's PH won't have the range, but it's Haji. This is his signature hero in MPL Philippines Season 17. He'll have a wealth of options, and he's just going to be looking at 2. Heavy Spin and the Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
With just those 2 ultimates, it changes the image of team fights to favor Falcon's PH more.
This is an interesting one, guys. I mean, I thought a lot of things. Now, who knows what we think. But of course, the Valentina looks like a pretty smart ban. A lot of really good ultimates on the side with control for Falcon's Meta. Just showing you a little bit here. The Hirara stolen and the Uranus stolen. So swap there. The Selena no longer involved in a major prioritization in the Claude and the Chou.
I think Falcon's PH might let the Harith through because they still have an option to play a glue roam if ever.
Yeah, Blue Roam is also pretty good. I'm also thinking whether or not they need to get rid of the Lilia at this point, because again, these are very like picks that kind of signal what they think is going to be a problem for their final comp at the end of the day. And the peel is good. Not to mention, I mean, there's still also the Zushin that they could have picked up later on the line, get a nice Queen's Wand, and then still peel off this tanks. So the question is, do you want to peel them, or do you want to be a legitimate threat? If you want to be a legitimate threat, there's still Vexana, there's still Lilia.
Some really good choices here for the mid lane. For the gold, I'm pretty sure the Falcon's Man is also thinking about what to give Sano. He has 2 signature picks with his most prolific heroes, Moskov, Bruno. And if you're a Bruno player, that means you also play Brody. So you have 3 picks to choose from, and Falcons needs to be very careful with what they show at red 4 because that'll make the choice so much easier for
Hey, man.
Falcons.
We don't talk about Bruno in my house.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
We're big Encanto fans. My daughter cannot stop singing it.
Until now, it's been a while. Hey, look, it is really catchy. It is super
Come on,
catchy.
man. Lin-Manuel
Super
Miranda, come on.
Looking at these final bans, though, I think this one's a really, really tough choice for Mina. At this stage, you've kind of gotten rid of like the big team fight ultimates, and now that you're also getting rid of one more, you've opened up the Valentina this time round. But do you really want to spin Beyblades against the Akai, or like how are we doing this?
The Valentina, then you get the glue. Because with the Minotaur ban, I feel like that's a huge signal that they're going to be going for a
There it is.
Harith. They close it up with, I guess, Harith, and then
seems like we're setting up for this neutral objective. Great read by Falcons. Though obviously always there to get compensation off of these trades, right? Falcons men are trying their darn best to get some trades on the map. But Falcons PH always refuse for it to be an equal trade. It's always a kill on top of it, a neutral objective on top of a structure. And that's why they are the ones with the 1,000 gold lead, despite Falcons Menace hold onto the 2 turtles.
Yeah, I wanted to say it looked equal, but then I looked at the gold lead and it's, for some reason, not. Falcons are the ones getting a better hold of this.
Look at Marco.
Oh, again.
Yup, it's all about the macro plays right now, taking the structures around the map. It's the same though for Falcons Mena. They are able to push up top. It was basically broken at top. So low. Just needed one more minion. Little strike down from the Winion. But now it's back to the scaling game. Wait a second, wait the dragon.
They find Flap. Do they have damage though? That's a really good AOG from Moba just to stop them in their tracks. Crimson Beacon out from Cuffin and now they might have to run away. They wanted to go for Flap, interestingly enough. But the damage again, I think it's a question mark.
And again, even in that skirmish that looked like Falcons Mena were the ones being proactive, it was Sano who had to burn the flicker.
SOD!
Whoa!
He actually escapes! Whoa! Sano with that play! Okay, at least they don't hand over more and more advantage to Team Falcons PH.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of clean with it. Great escape, man, against 4 members of Falcons PH. Any normal player would just be like, alright, I'm dead. But Sano refuses to play safe gold. Handle them. Up top, Marco's gonna try to build a slow push.
For too long, but not until...
Fighting fire with fire! They started the fight with a pick, with a Way the Dragon on Ogwen. It ended up being 3 for 2 in favor of Falcons Mena. The 2,000 gold lead for Falcons PH now crumbling down to 1.
One in the turret, but now he might have to go down to no SOD available. And the kill goes over to Super Marco.
What a crazy sequence of events. They tried to go for the 4v5. Initially, it looked good. They got the pick up on Haji. But they really used everything for it. Even the heavy spin that was supposed to win them out of the red tree battles. Again with Kyle, able to stitch out that damage together with the red tree, chaining it, securing the neutral objective. Sano, I really feel like that was already good. The fact that they were able to get a tier 2, but they wanted more. And in the end, now they might lose a base turret because of it.
Yeah, they desperately wanted that because they lost on the objective fight. They wanted but now to try something with the Falcons gonna take down one crucial member. They might want to calculate a bit. There's Super Marco, no available. The ball started from Flash. He starts to become a massive threat, but Troll is yet to fall. Sanji is still alive too. Falcons Mena, none of them are going down.
Marco gets a Melfic gun, he's so confident. Kyle gets taken out, but there is no bounty, so it's A-OK. Falcons PH can still chill even after that skirmish. Oh my god, it's just back-to-back fights. Falcons Mena now. It's all about scaling again for Sano. The Melfic gun already for Marco, so now it's Sano waiting for his own Melfic gun. Let's take a look at the items real quick. Melfic gun on the way. The Fury Hammer is next. I thought maybe there's a possibility for him to go into nature, just looking at the amount of damage that Falcons PH have on him. But yes, he needs the range. He needs to be able to dish out the damage when his frontline tanks it up. But that gold lead is ridiculous. 1,500. A whole item with the melting gun. He's going to be able to get the win of nature before the melting gun of Sano gets completed. Now it's damage on Troll. Marco as well.
Oh, who got it? Okay.
Buff Boyet. Boyet still got it with the retry. Kyle had his retry on cooldown.
At this point, it's just the mid duo of Falcons Men who are slightly ahead, and it's not even a significant lead. It's just that they had a bit more advantage, and you saw that, I mean, from the early up until the current point that we're at here in this game, and that's a Sky Piercer on Coffin too, so I guess it's at least successful scaling that you see from Falcons Mena at this point onwards. It's just that maybe the decisions should be something they really take into consideration, especially that one time we saw from Sano earlier on. That cost them a bit too much, and now Falcons PH, they are setting the tempo all over again for this upcoming Lord fight.
Sano's in the bottom lane. This is going to be this looks great. Oh, Marco low though.
Oh, Boyet, they don't want him to get near. But Boyet trying his best. Heavy spin, 2 heavy spins! SOD could have made it. Haji goes down though. Falcons PH do get the objective, but Falcons Men are now on the fight. AOG from Ogwen, that might just have been the means to stop Falcons Mena. Super Marco landing the free hits. He finds a double on both Sanji and Boyet. It looked too good for Falcons Mena, but the AOG and now Sano. Can he get away from this? He's still trying to survive, but Kyle will find Troll.
Falcons PH played the long game in that skirmish. They got the Lord. It looked great for Falcons Mena as they got one man down straight up. But it wasn't enough in the end. Falcons PH waited for the resources to be spent, to be burnt down. Then they re-engaged. Marco on the claw, that blazing duet, and the clutch factor you have when you have Mr. Bulletproof in your team. It's just ridiculous. Now, Falcons PH are going to be looking for the throw.
Okay, that's a blazing duet from Super Marco. Just blasting Sano, and that's one of the most important members you have on your side of your team, Falcons Mena. It just seems like such a big difference. It's the sides that you're seeing from Falcons PH really making work. Falcons Mena, they had so much promise in the early for their mid, but now it's Kyle on a killing spree against Sanji. Boyet catches multiple members.
It's over.
But what can they do? Cuffin flickers out. The Lord is still up, and Troll goes down next. It's a triple from Kyle to close out this game and to close out these series and making it a Maniac 2. Falcons PH will advance to the knockout stage.
The last hope of the Philippines. The only team left representing their region, and they made it a 2-0 win against their sister organizations, Falcon Mena, Falcon PH. It was GG, well played. Only one Falcon can prevail, and today, it's the one from the Philippines.
It's so weird seeing same exact jerseys, but it is what it is. They know each other so well. Our panelists have mentioned it too. Scrim partners even. This isn't the first time. They've been up against each other multiple times, and you see how they really fought until the very end, especially for Falcons Mena. Reverting back to comforts, taking the risk, trying to play for Sano in the late game. But it didn't work out for them. Falcons PH seemed very much more polished compared to their previous performances here in this series.
Absolutely, they really fixed a lot of the errors that we saw in their match against Vitality here. They're finding their craft and playing it clean, not panicking. Especially here, you know, committing, making those decisions, the right ones, not hesitating a single time in this game. Even though there were some dicey situations that Falcons Mena placed them in, again, it looked really good. It looked like this pickoff was great with Haji down 4v5. But they'd already used all their resources, and Flap and Ogwen, these two were too darn tanky. They were too darn good. At the end of the day, with Sano dead, there was no chance for them to defend. Haji with the constant pins, these heavy spin steals, man. Wow, the Kadam machine.
Haji, Kadam machine, Selena, Valentina. He's definitely got it this time.
We're gonna throw it over to an interview on stage with Flop.
Yes, my friends, we're here with Flop. It's Falcons PH that take the win in advance over their sister team. A few questions. What does it feel like to be back here on the international big stage?
we feel really good to be back in international, yes.
It's a hell of a moment here, but not only are you coming in and being the only Filipino team that's advancing on in the knockouts, but you're also representing the EWC 2025 Club Champions. What does that mean to you as a person and as a team?
I think it means a lot because I need to win this one for my team and my bosses, so...
That's an extra bit of pressure on here, but you've got a lot of people that are giving you that energy all the way from home. So is there anything you'd like to say to the camera here to all the Filipino fans out there cheering for you?
Maraming salamat sa sumusuporta sa amin. Kami ang last hope.
The last hope, there it is, Flap and Falcons PH taking it and advancing on to the knockout stage. But you know what that means. It's time to crush a key. Come on over, my friends. All of Falcons PH, and let's head all the way back. Our final key to be crushed here in the group stage of MSC at EWC 2026. 16 teams are now down to only 8. There's one more to fill in the gap. It has to be a team-on-team kill. But it's Falcons PH, the only and final hope for the Philippines that get to crush, guess what? Team Falcons' own. Whoa, back. There it is. Congratulations, Team Falcons PH. Eliminate Team Falcons Meta and secure their own spot in the knockouts. With that, the key is crushed, the heart is done, and it's one Falcon that'll fly out of the nest. Whereas the other one, they're just gonna have to go back home into that egg and prepare for the next bout. And that is our group stage, but that is only the beginning.
Enter the knockout stages. I think it's gonna be so crazy. And you know what? The group stages, it's such a roller coaster. The teams that we were expecting to smooth sail it all the way has unfortunately dropped. We lost the defending champions yesterday. Today we send home the 2024 champions. I honestly cannot believe this is how MSC 2026 is playing out, Milosh.
It just means that if you want to compete at the top level in MLBB, you have to constantly be on your toes. It's an important thing here at the Esports World Cup is that everything is earned, right? You cannot just come in and assume that you'll be given the space. No, and that applies the same way to MSC 26. Every single point, every single moment has been earned by our victors. And from here on, we move on to knockouts.
But you know what's gonna be exciting about this knockouts, Milosh?
There's a lot, but yes.
One thing that could be a possibility that for the first time in a very, very long time, there is a high chance that we will be crowning a new region as the champions in MSC. And oh boy, I am excited for that.
It really gets you pumped up because then you think, hey, the crown is up for grabs for anybody, not just here, but it sets the tone for the future, right? M-Series, MSC next year, but we're still in the here and now. And we have to decide how teams are going to be seated and playing up against one another next up. And that all depends on how they're selected based on their seeding and performance.
Yes, sir. So we have two seededs here for the draw. Seed 1 teams will pick from the Seed 2 2-1 bracket. And of course, how they are allocated is based on their winning game time. As you guys can see on your screens right now, Team Vamos is leading in the #1 position, followed by Yangon Galacticus, Team Vitality, and lastly, Aurora Gaming. Now, some people might ask, like, why do we have Aurora Gaming in the last place despite them having 2 9-minute and 40-second game? Simple. Their last match here in the group stages ended in a 2-1, which gave them a little bit more time. I think they could have been easily #1 if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, because you're trying to have cumulative good performance, right? If you're already moving out and having that first seed in what is essentially 2 victories in a row, then of course that adds to it. But those are the seed ones. They're already set up in the final bracket. They're going to have to choose from 4 other teams, and that's where our second seed comes in here in our draw show. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our second seeded teams. And we'll see them heading out. Team Spirit with Kid Bomba, Pro Esport with Saw, Onic with Kalra, and of course Falcons with Ogwen. And Falcons PH, that is, if you just missed the action. These 4, one of them will be picked first by one of our teams on the other side in the seed one.
Yes, indeed. So, you know what? Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Let's call on the team seated in the first seed. We have Aurora Gaming Lunar, Team Vitality Shogun, Yangon Galacticus M-God, and Team Vamos Error 404, who looks like he's the tiniest among the bunch.
He packs a big punch when it's in the game. I can tell you that much. But this is quite simple because the running order is, as Rose mentioned, Vamos, Galacticos, Vitality, and Aurora. They'll be choosing one by one whoever is on the side that they would like to play against. They don't really know what the others are planning on picking. So, Team Vamos will be the first one to choose. So, Error, please join us on here.
Hello. How are you feeling today, especially knowing that you're the first to choose, which gives you an advantage?
Feels really weird because we got to pick first, you know, out of all these strong teams.
You weren't expecting that, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so the moment of truth. Who will you pick in the second seeded team?
Team Spirit.
Whoa!
Wow, okay. Kid
come
Bomba,
on over. Kid Bomba, come on in.
Why Team Spirit?
Because I think we are really confident against them. Yeah.
That's a lot of confidence. Are you going to let him talk like that?
I mean, what should I say? He can say whatever he wants. We will see in the game.
All right, gentlemen, come on close. Come in. Stare down. Let's go. Face to face. Let's see if you can hold this one here. Let's go.
Serious face on.
Final word before we send you guys off.
Good luck, everyone.
Gentlemen, please shake hands. Good luck. And you can move out from the center all the way to the middle. Our first matchup is set. As you saw it, that's Team Spirit versus Team Vamos.
Ooh, that's gonna be a spicy one. But of course, we have the next team, Yangon Galacticas with M-God. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine, okay. How are you feeling about, the remaining teams here?
Oh, they are so good. They should be the one in the doozy.
So, moment of truth. Who do you want to go up against?
I'm gonna choose Pro.
Pro
Esports
nice.
again. We are gonna have a rematch here.
Wow. Okay, Sa. I have to say this, man. He's asking for trouble.
It's okay. I'm looking for a rematch also.
Do you think you're gonna take him down this time, really, for done?
Let's see.
All right, let's see, gentlemen, please. One more time, up close. Final words before we get this show on the road.
Good luck.
Good luck also.
Good luck. Shake hands, please, friends. We're not doing weigh-ins for this one, that's for sure. We're doing size-ups in the game itself. Our second game is set and ready. That's Pro Esports versus Yangon Galacticos.
Dude, that is crazy. Yangon Galacticos is the reason why they were even dropped to the lower bracket in the first place.
Revenge tastes so sweet in knockouts.
Ooh, I think it felt so good. Yangon wants to do it twice.
That's the sort of moments we're looking for here. But we're left with only 2 options, but with only one team that can choose first, and that is Team Vitality. Join us up here, please.
Come on over, Shogun. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
Not really. So between these two, who do you want to pick and who do you want to leave with Aurora Gaming over there?
I think we're gonna choose Falcon PH.
Wow.
Falcons PH, come on in.
Why Falcons PH though?
We love greens.
They love them greens. They love the greens.
I mean, look, it's no secret, right? Team Falcons, Team Vitality in the club championship, they have a big rivalry. What do you have to say to this, man?
It's a rematch. Yeah. So we will do our best.
We'll do your best. All right, please come on in for one more face-off. I don't think people can keep a straight face and try not to laugh through this, but...
Ogwen, can you flex? Flex the Shogun. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
All right, final words, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Good luck, pre.
There we go. Shake hands, my friends. And off you go. That's a third game set up. Falcons versus Vitality. Not only in the context of MSC is that super cool, but in the context of the Esports World Cup Club Championship, that adds a lot more to it.
Overall, just an amazing matchup. And you know what? For the last matchup, come here, Lunar.
Come here.
Come here, Lunar. Who do you want to meet, Lunar?
That's a pretty hard choice for me, but I will go with Onyx.
Yeah, so hard. Hardest question of the day.
Honestly, did you expect to pick them? If you had the choice, would you pick Onyx?
Either... If you're first to, no, but if you're third, I think, yeah.
Okay. There's a bit of praise on there. What do you got to say?
I just take my revenge.
Oh, it's all revenge matches in this coming knockouts.
What do you got?
For our group stage match, you also said revenge.
All right, get him close, get him close. Final words, gents.
Good luck.
Good luck a lot.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please, you may leave us on the stage. There's love between all of our teams. That's a big part of the competition. But when we're rocking in the server, it is on another level.
Yes, but just a reminder to everybody and to all the fans that are watching, the order that we pick the players and the teams today does not determine the final schedule for match day itself. So don't forget to wait for the official announcement. That is it from us on the main stage for the group stages. But of course, we have to throw it over to the panel to break down what happened in this series and in this draw.
Thank you, Rose and Milos. What an exciting time. Those were some fun head-to-heads. I like that trash talk. You said revenge already. And so now they're finding a way to see if it'll be real this time or if it'll be a little deja vu. I love what we get to see there. And, you know, also all of them having a little bit of fun with it as well. Welcome back to the panel. I'm Rain Day, Renmar, Gideon. Guys, closing out the day. We've got the bracket coming up soon. That will tell, like Rose aptly put in, actually, it's here now. It's not necessarily the timing of when we'll play these games, but here is what it is going to look like. Team Vamos over Team Spirit. You know what? You guys can read it out. Why don't you focus on the matchups that are most interesting to you?
A lot of rematches. I think Vamos Spirit are the only ones that isn't a rematch, if I'm not mistaken. And the theory of everyone that Vitality and Aurora Gaming might just be the grand finals of this MSC, the possibility is still alive.
It really is. It's pretty crazy how this actually turned out to be so many rematches. Like, of course, I'm excited to see how Young Galacticos are going to face up against Pearl because that was already a banger. You can only imagine that they're going to push it to the 45 minutes rather than the 30s.
I'm really excited about this, again, because of all the dynamics we've seen throughout this tournament. It is also really important to mention that we do have a Filipino representative. That was going to be the question. You haven't seen a lot of international tournaments, a lot of tournaments at all without a Filipino representative, and you still won't see one in the knockout stages here without a PH representative in the knockout stages because they've made it through. But against a tough opponent, Team Vitality, who a lot of people are thinking could be front runners in taking this all.
Yeah, Team Falcons PH, they're gonna have to really do a lot. I mean, we already saw in their game one of their previous meetup here in the group stages, they were taking it to them up until Moreno on that Selena said, no, I'm taking over, when Finn on the Badang said, it's pretty much done for this Fanny, and then the Sana in that game number 2. So it will be a climb for Falcons PH, but I know and I hope that we just get an unforgettable series from that, no matter the result.
I mean, let's not forget that there's also club championships on the line as well, right? So again, this could really not only affect the positionings of the overalls, but more importantly, the further they go, the more points they get. The more points they get, maybe they'll get a fat bonus on top of being champions. So I'm just saying, there's more than meets the eye.
Gentlemen, I mean, $1 million for the winner. Tons of prize money, 100,000 guaranteed at minimum for top 8. Talk to me a little bit about the reset that we're going to go through, a couple of days to practice, to prep, and then get ready for this storm that is about to take over the Land of Dawn.
Well, I think knockouts, the first few games we're going to be seeing for every matchup, we're going to start seeing some crazier picks. The theories about the fighters in the mid lane that we haven't seen yet. Nolan coming back up as a priority over the Ling. This draft might just evolve even more. This meta might evolve even more.
I think there's still a lot to be said about this meta currently, because not only is it flexible, but it's also about understanding, hey, that those first 3 picks, it's to set up for something later down the line to start hurting either the side lanes or the overall composition. So I feel like we're just scratching the surface. Every day we've seen a new element to the meta.
Now we have 2 days that are going to be happening between the next time we play. Obviously, adjustments are going to occur, but for you watching at home, it must have been a blur. This MSC, we've seen online, we've seen whether it's Reddit or the communities on Facebook or Instagram, talking about how memorable, how unusual this MSC has been. But the beautiful part is it's unusual for MLBB as well to be here in Paris. It's a fresh look. It's a fresh look for a lot of the esports that have transitioned here as it's been hosted in France, which is an exciting time, but it also means it's a new time. It's a time to pay attention, and it's a time to show up big. So everybody who has made MLBB the most watched esport of EWC so far, tune in next week because the action continues. My friends, final words before we take a couple days break and come back for the knockouts.
It has been an honor. It ain't over yet, and I can't wait for my mind to be blown with the action we're about to see.
I hope we break more records here. I hope we maintain the most viewed esports, because so far, I mean, newer viewers can understand. You don't need to know much about the game to see how exciting it is, especially with players of this caliber.
Renmark, Gideon, great job today, guys. It's been a pleasure hosting this with you. I'll continue to be there next week after some much-needed rest. For everybody who's watching, everyone a part of the MLBB community, we appreciate you. We love you. Congratulations representing your teams, rooting for the players that you love. That's the passion we love to see, and we accept it, we appreciate it, and we hope you bring it next week, because knockouts are upon us. $1 million on the line and a chance to lift a trophy on the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet. My name's been Rainday, and as always, my friends, never give up, never stop gaming. We'll leave you with the SDC recap and say goodnight from Paris.
welcome the future with open arms. May the stars guide you to victory. I hope I didn't forget something important during today's patrol. May the stars guide you to victory. May the stars guide you to victory.
For honor!